I don't cheese for the cam, niggas. Get smile on the gram, they caught me slipping. I'm that nigga. Right? Fame for the young, just cut the check. Let me rap, nigga. Rap, nigga. Gravatar style, I'm a traveling smack dealer. Get all Jenny Lamb butcher. This is like the confessional of a lyrical career criminal. Success minimal, cause I won't.
I guess there is a question that I should ask. Maybe I should have done this before we recorded, but you asked the question. Should I be Pod Monster on this?
Oh shit! Let's just see where it goes.
All right, okay. Like it's all the same shit, but you know it just depends on the mood.
True indeed. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey everybody, what's going on? I know I'm wearing yellows, very bright, very bright. It's okay. If you saw my sneakers, I would show you my sneakers, but with the light, it's probably going to distort, so we don't worry about it. But maybe I'll post a picture of them online.
If you kick your legs in the air, yeah, exactly, man. I'm like, real recognize real, but you looking real unfamiliar.
I can't do it. Oh shit! Y'all already know what time it is, man. We're back in the building. Side Barz. Dope shit over here. I am Seven Da Pantha, aka the Carolina Hurricane, ridiculous slang, baby mama's favorite rapper, pie stringer, all the shit. You know all the names. It's cool. And if you are a regular with Pantha Politix podcast, it's no surprise who I'm talking to either. But for those of you who may just be lame enough to not watch Pantha Politix, it's okay. I got you go. Oh man, right now we got none other than Monster Elicit in the building. What's going on, my man?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Now, I know we normally lock in and we talking with us and P7 and we locking in. We talking about all manner of shit. But today, I want to talk about you. Not only you, but about this remarkable album that you just put out.
That's like my least favorite subject.
I can dig it. But so I know that there's certain questions that are pointless to ask, so I won't ask those.
Ask whatever you want. I know you know, they might not. I don't fucking know, but don't be surprised on the answers.
I will start here. You weren't always a rapper. Like I know you for a while now. You weren't always a rapper.
I ain't a rapper now.
I was like, nah, I don't think he raps. But there are other elements. But you know what I mean. So where did it start? Like I mean, obviously, if people listening and paying attention, they probably know. But where did it start?
Yeah. I mean, I was always influenced by hip hop. I did poetry for a long time. And then I went to street poetry. And actually before I did street poetry, technically I did write lyrics. I wrote for 2 different bands. Ain't none of them ever did shit. They weren't no good. Their lyrics were fire though. Yeah. But yeah, through most of high school and you know the couple of years of bullshit college that I did, I wrote for a couple bands. But I was just always doing poetry on the side, and then finally I was just like, fucking, I'm gonna go do my own shit, and just did like street poetry, and then like did some poetry slams and shit like that. The first time I ever actually like rapped was standing in that cipher with you. And by all rights, like, I
somehow knew.
Yeah, I think you were beatboxing at that point, so we did have a beat.
Right. Oh yeah. That was that's crazy too because I know you to be a writer in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was funny to me when I thought about it to know how much you love hip hop, how much you're immersed in the culture, and I'm like, but you don't. Word. Okay. So like when you first went in there, $1 million question right here. I don't know why I've never ever asked you this question, but but I need to know. So like coming from that, going into the first time going in to record a record, like what was the experience like the first time in the booth with the headphones and you in front of the mic, and now it's okay, now I got to turn this shit that I put on this screen or whatever, I got to put it out into this. You know what I'm saying? What was that like?
For me, it was fine. For Ready, it was a terrible experience. So Ready Ron Beats produced and recorded the first track I ever did, and that's not on this album. There was actually a full album that I did before Book of the Monster that I scrapped because as I continued to grow and develop as a lyricist rather than a poet, like structurally it felt off to me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put this one on the back burner. Like I went in and I tried to do some like, you know, just updates and shit like that. But I was like, you know what, no, this whole thing, like if it's gonna be done right, it's gonna take fucking forever. And I had like 3 or 4 different tracks that like we're building towards another album, and that was Book of the Monster. And it's very much like a kind of a mixtape. Like if you listen to Book of the Monster, there is a purpose behind it, and it's almost like chapters in a book, and like, you know, different sections. But yeah, it was very much a poem over a beat. So there were times where I was like, I'm gonna fit this many fucking words into one bar, and then on this one there's gonna be 3. And Ready was just like, all right, motherfucker, click record, and I would do some shit, and he'd be like, nope. And it was like, nah, I'm different. Play the beat, motherfucker. So for him, I think it was a learning experience. For me, it was cool.
I can only imagine. Oh shit!
Because I'm used to a hippie white fucking you know, like bongo player behind me anyway. Because every time you go to a poetry jam, like if it's white poetry, then like crackers do everything so bad. Like there's a poetry slam where you got black folk.
Right.
And then there's poetry night with the crackers. And that's where you get your charcuterie boards and all that shit, right?
Oh shit.
Like it usually involves like a wine tasting or some shit. I don't drink that shit. I don't know. But yeah, there's like that bongo motherfucker that don't really know how to play the drums, but just like, you know, his friends told him that he was good at, you know, drumming on the table once, and they got him some bongos so that he could just drum on those motherfuckers.
Oh man.
So I'm used to having a beat there, kind of. If you want to call that a beat. But yeah, so the music didn't bother me.
I mean, I guess off beat is still a beat. I guess, you know, I mean, it's a man in a manner of speaking. You know,
yeah, it's still got the word in it, I guess.
You know, it's in the neighborhood.
It's like an anti-beat.
Oh, that part.
These 1 and 3 motherfuckers right here.
1 and 3. Oh shit. For those of y'all that don't know, that just Google some shit. Stop being silly. I will say you did a good job of curating the production on the album. And like a lot of times I hear somebody's first album and I hear like even like and granted people will say, well, he kind of got the cheat code. Look who he rolled with. But like, okay, yeah, sure, but you can still fuck it up. Like I done seen plenty of people roll with dope ass crews, but they album coming, it's like, what happened over there? So
yeah.
To hear the way the production was curated was dope. So who all did beats on the album, and like what was kind of like the selection process for beats for you, but just for this particular project?
So I did a couple beats on there. Soul did 2 beats, 1 beat. I think he did 1 or 2 on there. I think it was 1, but for some reason, no, it was 2. He Legion and House on Haunted Hill. So he did 2. Reddy did 1 on there, but Reddy produced the whole first album. That's why I didn't go like heavy with Reddy this time.
Right.
And Mojo was the primary producer. Like he's what I call the executive producer of the album. And not only because he did most of the beats on there, but like there's a lot of nods to Mojo in that album. And some of it was intentional, like putting it all together. But yeah, like it just kind of turned out that way. But you know, because he produced most of the album, I was like, I'm just gonna fucking roll with it. So yeah, there's a lot of nods to Mojo on there. But yeah. And then if people really fucking listen, like the nods to Mojo, they're very like upfront.
Oh yeah.
If the motherfuckers actually listen to the album and they know your music, there's a lot of nods to you too. There might be more to you than there are to Mojo. Mojo's are just more like front facing.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I can do it. Like shit. I think the thing that caught I think the thing that I was most pleasantly surprised by was just the overall texture of the sound. Like it's there's definitely a like the beats vary, but there's definitely an overall feeling to the album. You know what I'm saying? As you was going, did you like now was the process different? And I know because we all know each other personally, it's a little different, but like was it more of a hey, send me 10 beats and if I like something I'll tell you and I'll keep it, or was it a little more selective as far as how you went through the process?
Oh no, it was very selective. I like, you know, with Mojo and Reddy, like we listened. They played probably 50, 60 beats just sitting in the studio, and I would hear something and I'd be like that because I already knew what I wanted. Like I knew what the overall feeling of the album was going to be, so I was like, yo, I need that. I think there might have been 2 that Mojo already were using that he had marked for something else. But I think on one of them, he even said like, yo, but I can make you something really similar to it. So yeah, everything was very, very selective. Even with Soul, like I probably listened to probably a good 30 of his beats and just said, okay, like give me those 2. And there were 4 that I have from him that could have been on the album, but it just wasn't the right feeling for that album. So they're gonna go on either Legion or you know, one of the subsequent albums after that. And then every beat that I made was very obviously focused to what the feel was supposed to be. Pause.
Right. Sure indeed. Oh shit. So I mean, I know there's a very slim number of features, which I like. That's dope. I guess the big question, and I know that a lot of people don't maybe take this into consideration, but the way that the features are set up is very strategic. So it might like if you're just looking at names, it looks like a lot of people, but it's not because these people are all involved in this one record. And then you don't hear these people anymore. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just that right there. And then so a lot of it was you carrying the album. And it was necessary, in my opinion, in order for you to properly set up everything that we know to be coming, which we're gonna get to some of that. But how much pressure was it? Knowing what you were trying to present, knowing who else was going to be involved in it, and knowing I have these things in my arsenal, yet I can't even empty the clip because it's absolutely imperative that I do this.
Honestly, it wasn't difficult at all. Just because I knew the story that this album was supposed to tell. Like let's say if you got a whole book in front of you, right? But you're only trying to read the first chapter. Like, you know what you're reading. So at that point, like, you know, you can do it pretty effectively. And I mean, like, there are certain things. So you're on 2 tracks on there. You're on Legion and Kings of the Underground.
Right.
We have other tracks that we've done together, and every track that me and you do together, I like, personal opinion, I think they're fucking fire, and we've seen them go over well in shows. So, like, by all rights, I could have had you on every track. Just because I know that if I send you a dope beat and be like, yo, you want on this? If the beat's dope, you're going to be like, yup.
Said you want me to do it where? Right there? Okay.
Yeah. Like, oh, you want me to do some rapping and the beat's dope? Like, yeah, let's go. But yeah, so there were stories that the stories that needed to be told in that instance. Everything that has a feature on it, there's a reason for the features. Right. So, you know, look at the broader story of things, and it'll tell you why the features are there, and will tell you why those people that featured were the ones that got picked. Because the Kings of the Underground are the Kings of the Underground. The Legion is the Legion.
And it's definitely leading. And if you can't tell by just listening to the album, that everything, even when it comes to its conclusion, which is a tricky word to use because it's not a conclusion, it's just it's kind of just opening a door to the next transition. But once you go through the entirety of the ride, and it's like, whoa. I guess my question, well, actually, no, that would be a question for the listeners, so I can't ask you that. But I will ask you this. If you were to take the Book of the Monster Volume 1 album and somebody said, listen, man, I'm in a hurry right now. I'm really in a rush. I got time for one song. Play me one song that'll tell me what this album is about, and if I like this one song, I'm gonna listen to this shit as soon as I get a minute. What one song on the album would you play?
Under those circumstances, it's not even my favorite track. But I would tell him to listen to Biography, just because it sets up everything that comes after it. And that's why it's not the first track. The first track is the Summoning, but it's the second track to introduce who the monster is. And that's very much what this album is intended to do, is tell some of those stories and give some backstory to an entity that nobody knows about yet. So yeah, it would be Biography. Now, in my opinion, that's not even the best track on the album. I love that track, but if you're talking about how to introduce the album through one of the tracks, it would be Biography. But there's heat on there. I'd be like, can you make it 2?
No doubt. Yeah, this can be 2 seconds. Let me do a medley. Can I get a couple one verse per song? Come on, let's go. Oh, that's the shit right there. Now I've actually, it's very few people that I've seen perform live that I'd be like, that I didn't expect. And not only did I not expect it, but you add a flair, a very unexpected flair that nobody saw coming. Now, okay, I guess my thing is this, and I think about it when I think about the combination of you and Mojo, and I'll be thinking to myself like, damn, I know for a fact that Mojo does things on purpose to make people uncomfortable, like to make them be like, oh shit.
Yeah. So Mojo's sense of discomfort, and not to get off the stage, ask your question. I'll say it like this: me and Mojo have 2 very different avenues of how we cause discomfort. So I'll explain it like that, but please ask your question.
Yeah, that's real shit. So that's real shit. So I know there there's a particular performance that I'm thinking of in my brain, and there was like some costume changes and things of that nature, and I think it kind of goes back to the same aspect. But um, how in your mind have you viewed the perception to what you're bringing to the stage, and what once people really lock in and pay attention, like what has been the general consensus, especially seeing it live, because up until this point that's all they could do. You know what I'm saying? There was no album out there here
Yeah.
at that point. But the song that we performed the most, they can't hear it anywhere but at the show. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like, what has been the experience as far as connecting with the audience, engaging with them? You know what I'm saying? In the midst of like kind of breaking out.
It's been really good. Now I say that because my barometer for how a show goes is different than most people's. um, I make a lot of people really uncomfortable, but that's one of my goals. So cool. But every now and then you'll catch a few people, and at least once a show, which is my goal, somebody will come up to me and be like, "Yo, like, I think I get what you're saying. Yep. You ain't wrong." And yeah, and it's 9 times out of 10, it's somebody that I have a lot of respect for. There have been a couple instances where it happened and it just blew my fucking mind. And yeah, that's been dope. But everybody else, if they don't like it, it's usually because they're uncomfortable, and that's just as
Absolutely.
good.
Screw you guys.
Exactly.
Oh shit. That shit is crazy. It's a couple joints to me that I probably would say, hey, listen to this song. And it kind of, to me, kind of paints the perfect picture of what your expectations should be, not just of this album, but going forward. And I just want to talk about a couple of those real quick. Church of the Damned. Church of the Damned is one of my favorite Monster Elicit songs in existence. And I heard some shit y'all ain't heard yet. That y'all might not hear the shit, but I already know. So the Church of the Damned is absolutely one of my favorites because it very, very distinctly speaks to something that people have been speaking on as far as mainstream pop culture, so to speak, is concerned. And that's the twisted nature of religion, like almost across the board of religions. Like you can find these sick, nasty motherfuckers everywhere. So like, and creating that record, like take me through, take the people kind of through the steps through the story itself. Like, I mean, you're gonna have to listen to the record to really hear the record, but like, give them a little insight into the
story. So the story of Church of the Damned is there is a I don't want to say like a tent church, but it's almost like one of them super churches, but like, where it's just so disingenuous, but it not necessarily that big, but just one of those like really just bullshit, like, mad cliquey and pompous churches. And they get a traveling preacher that is doing a guest sermon, and this preacher, Father Gabriel, he's already decided that people can't be saved. So when you're going through the hook, it's saying you're ignoring the sermon, scrolling OnlyFans. Everybody's praying at the Church of the Damned. And that's really all it's about is, like you do nasty, grimy shit throughout the entire week. And then you think that sitting in a church for an hour to 3 hours a week is just going to, make all of that go away. And so he's already made his decision. So, you know, and I will say that that has one of my favorite bars on the entire album in it. And I think you know which one that is. Um, but yeah, so having a machete that says God's wrath down the length of the blade.
Mm.
I'm not here for your confessions. I'm not here for your bullshit. Like, God's wrath is upon you.
I didn't come to save you. You
Yeah.
got it wrong.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the story of the Church of the Damned. Is they were damned before they walked into that church that day. That was just the reckoning.
Absolutely.
And there is more to that story.
Oh yeah, man. Look, I be wanting so bad to be like, yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. Nope. Y'all gotta do y'all research. Fuck that shit.
Big shout out to Ready Run Beats. He did that beat. He also did the sermon at the end. There is a music video that's going to be shot for that we've already put together, me and P. So
Okay.
yeah, and that's actually going to give a little bit more of the story as well, just because the visuals are going to give you a little something extra that might hint towards where the story is going.
Oh yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh man, one of the other songs that I enjoy, and I don't know if it was because it was I don't know how to put it. Maybe it was because the first time I heard this song, I was like, oh shit, like he's like rapping. This is, I mean, it's still like he rapping. Like I don't, you gonna say he ain't, but he rapping, right? You hear this shit? And that was Dust.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dust is so. I personally think that Dust is a remarkable song. I'm like, yo, do y'all hear what's happening right here? Like, I don't think y'all understand what's taking place on this record. Walk them through Dust just a little bit, like, because I think that the whole concept of it is wild. So yeah.
Dust is basically taking Church of the Damned and bringing it up to 1,000. So Dust is a nod to Thanos with the snap and turn him to dust, but saying that he got it wrong because he only took half. And if you had taken more than half, you wouldn't have lost. You won, but you could have cleared out everything. So I gave a little pop culture reference in the track so that people could have something to grasp onto. But the bars are very pointed to an awakening. If you can understand Dust, then you can understand what the monster's mission is.
Yes. Oh yeah. Now there's a whole world. I don't know if y'all heard, if y'all seen Monster Elicit on I don't even want to like, I seen Monster Elicit on Fresh Juice, and he was talking about he's talking about the underground. You know, of course, we was mentioning earlier the Kings of the Underground. That is another formation coming out of, you know, out of the sound chamber, ranks. It's going to be interesting to see that. But the underground in and of itself is almost like a living organism. You know what I'm saying? So I know we can't, like, I know it's like it would probably take a podcast series for us to go all the way through. But like, but let's give them a brief overview. Maybe not too much, so that way we can, as the records come out, we can add on to this. On to the explanation so they can stay kept up. But yeah.
The underground is, so the best way to explain it is the world that you know is not the only world out there. That's just the world that you've gained a comfort level in and attached yourself to. The underground is everything that you've tried to push out of this one. Every frustration, every piece of what you consider ugliness that you've tried to push down and regulate and destroy. People forgot that there had to be darkness in order for there to be light. But they're just so uncomfortable in the dark. And all of that people have tried to whitewash and push away and destroy. You can't destroy matter. Everything is there. It's just a matter of what state it's in now. So yeah, everything that you hate is still there. It just might not be in front of you. It's in the underground. And it's coming. You can't keep a good monster down.
Has to be a reckoning.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Now there's a lot of reference throughout the records, and also at the shows. If people paying attention, it's made very clear that there should be no use of the name monster in vain. Tell us more about these wannabe monsters.
Well, so people use the word monster for something that they don't understand now. People call serial killers monsters, and some of them are just bitches. But some of them are doing what they do for a reason. There are other people in, like people said that Jeffrey Epstein was a monster. Nah, he was a bitch.
Yeah.
He was a grotesque human being. Now listen to that statement. He was a grotesque human being. He's one of y'all. Don't attach him to me. But people try to distance what they consider evil and put a label on it, and most of the time they use monster. But if you think about what monster used to mean, it wasn't that.
Nah, not at all.
But it's just like so many other words that people got lazy, so they started using labels, and they started misusing and misrepresenting what things are supposed to mean. And yeah, so yeah, keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. Can I swear on this thing?
Absolutely.
I know on most of them we can, but this is my first Side Barz interview.
Oh shit! Oh hell, we 33 minutes anyway. It don't matter at this point.
No doubt.
Cut the check, motherfuckers.
But yeah, that's what it comes down to: is know what monster means, and if you don't, then keep my name out your mouth.
Absolutely. So I mean, shit. That's. Now I know you said you were mentioning a video for Church of the Damned. Is there any plans for any other visuals of the album?
Every track is going to have a visual. Because you got to remember, before I started writing music, I wrote scripts.
Sure did.
So yeah, that's how I got into the industry of hip hop, was through music videos. So yeah, there's a much bigger entity that comes with the Book of the Monster that's being worked on, but everything's gonna have a visual. There's a story to be told.
Hell yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Oh man, I hope y'all paying close attention because this album is it's intricate. It's intricate, and it's intricate in a way that it's almost the funny thing about it. And I thought this the other day. I said this is complicated and simple. This is so complicated and simple, and so simple is complicated. And that's the thing that makes it incredible to me. I'm like, I'm like, yo, y'all see what's happening right now? If you had a and I hate to ask because I do it to everybody though, so fuck it, I'm gonna ask you too. What's your favorite song on the album?
It's actually not a hard question to ask. Like, it's not one of them answers where it's like, oh, I love all of them. I mean, I do. That's why I put them on the motherfucker. But it's difficult for me. So my favorite track is Kings of the Underground, but my favorite verse comes off of Legion, and it's not even my verse. It's actually yours.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Legion. That song is crazy, man. That song is crazy.
The first 4 bars.
Wow. Now that you mentioned it. Oh man.
I know that this
That's
ain't
crazy that you say that though, because
I'm taking over. The
shit.
first 4 bars in the Legion track, you brought it up, so I'm opening the floodgates. It's just this 1 second. But the first 4 bars in your verse in the Legion track are what do you say? It says my form of evil takes shape when my pockets ain't straight. Every single bill late. Guess it's time to break the mask out.
Oh my god.
So I sent over the beat to everybody, and my verse was already on it because I'm a very simple lyricist. I want people to know exactly what I'm saying. And I got yours back, and those first 4 bars hit, and I was like, hold on, click. And I sat back for a minute, and then I rewound it, and yeah, that's like, it's a very close second to all 3 verses on the Kings of the Underground track. Like, me, you, and Mojo did our motherfucking thing on that track. But yeah, your verse on Legion, I think might nudge him out.
Yeah.
But just the combination of the 3 of us on Kings of the Underground, that makes it my favorite track.
Man, it's funny to talk about that. Talking about that session when we recorded the Kings of the Underground song, and we put our verses on there, and then here come Mojo. Fucking up the program. Hey man, look, what the fuck you doing? Oh man, yo, hey, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. I know we probably got some. I don't want to speak on nothing too early, but it's gonna be some SCP sightings, some SCP West sightings coming up pretty soon. Some more music coming down the pipeline. I know that. So I know you produce. Are there plans to produce any more outside artists right now, or you just kind of working internally for the moment?
Most of it's interior, just because, I mean, nobody's really heard a lot of my music, like as far as like the beats. So I don't really get too many calls. I do have, so the next album, there's going to be a feature on every track, and a lot of those people are going to be outside of SCP. And that's for a very specific reason. But with that, I think that will open up a few new doors. But yeah, as far as music production, most of it's internal for the time being, just because, I produced a track on Two Face for You. I did the beat underneath my vocals on Gravitas. Aside from that, I think that those are the only 2 beats that I've produced that have actually been released, aside from my own shit.
Oh yeah, Shit. See, just so y'all know, he got some bangers in the stash. I know, and I know because I'm gonna be rapping to some of them. Y'all sleep at the wheel. Sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. It's all good.
I was working on one before
So
we
I gotta
jumped on
ask,
here.
what's and I know it's still fresh. Oh shit, that's what's up. Hell yeah, that's what's. Hey, I'm the funny part about that is I've probably been writing more the last 2 days than I have the last 2 months. So yeah, it's time to get to work. It's time to get to work. I was just waiting for the. I was like, it's coming. I know it's coming. Pause. Yeah. What the fuck?
I think there's
I
like
know
a 3
Book of the
second
Monster
lag
Volume 1
between
is
us.
still fairly fresh, but what's next? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm noticing that too. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, wait, something's up.
So what's next? I need to ask a question. Do you mean what's next for the underground or what's next for my albums? Because those are two different answers.
I guess. Well, let's go with. Yeah, I feel it. Okay, so let's go with what's next for the underground. Let's go with that first.
So Mojo's album, Son of the Morning, comes out October 1st. And that's going to have some hints to the underground in it. And then there's potential that there might be an EP later on this year. I'm not going to give too much on that just because it hasn't been fully discussed at this point. And then there's a short film that we're working on right now that will do more to introduce the monster and how Gabriel became the monster and some of that dichotomy. And then that will lead into my next album.
Okay. Damn. That's dope. That's dope. Okay. Hell yeah. So I mean, and so the next album after this one would be
Legion. And yeah, that's going to, if you go and listen to the Legion track, that will give you a few hints of what the Legion album is going to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, like there are promo videos out there that will give a little bit too. If you go and watch the promos for the albums, go to the YouTube page. I think that they're all still on, the Monster Elicit YouTube page. That will give you more towards the Legion as well.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Fire shit too. Man, I hope y'all paying attention. I sincerely hope y'all paying attention. It's about to get really real. North Carolina, I'm coming home and I'm bringing the squad with me. You know what I'm saying? At least some of them. I ain't sure who all. Let me just say we coming. I know Monster and myself will be there. So I know that much for sure. So yeah, that I'm positive. But yeah, make sure y'all lock in, man. Book of the Monster Volume 1 out right now. Yes, it's available on streaming, but fuck that. Support independent artists, support real music, people with a real message. Go to and cop that, support directly with the artists. Those that can't do that completely understand. Like be lifing like a motherfucker. I feel it. So yeah, go stream it. But if you're gonna do that, run it the fuck up because them shits don't add up too much until you unless you run it up. So you know what time it is, man. Tell the people how they can find you online, even though I know that they probably won't find you there, but
I mean, it's Monster Elicit at Monster Elicit on everything, but yeah, I don't really do social media. If you leave a comment or something, I'll see it eventually. But yeah, go, if you can afford to buy the album, buy the album. Genocide ain't free. you know, if you stream the album, just spread the good word. Genocide ain't free.
You know?
And you know,
I mean,
die. Stay blind, thrive, and die in your peasantry, you know?
Does. Absolutely. Man, that's it. Thank you so much, bro. I needed that. Oh, my God. And now, just for pod's sake, what you smoking on?
Oh, yeah. So, this one called Sour Lush. And yeah, I was like, it just based off the flavor description, it made me think that it was like some girl that had drank too much and like the box kind of like turned, you know, like maybe it ain't at its freshest. You know, it got sour. So yeah, it's
had a bit of fermentation going on.
Yeah, and you know, yeah, like imagine like somebody shoving a Mentos up the box, and you know, yeah, you can boost up the sour level too.
Oh my God.
One of them strawberry Mentos, not like the regular.
Oh
like,
shit.
Yeah.
Hell no, the regular has to be on fire now. What?
Yeah, you know. That's when you fuck up and mistake the Vaseline for Vicks Vapor Rub, you know? And damn.
Oh shit. I've done that before too. And boy, did I find out the hard way that I was wrong. Oh my God.
They make them jars look too similar.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then like make this one have some color. Like make this motherfucker red or something, so we know this shit gonna be hot. Like what the fuck y'all doing, man?
You got some Tiger Balm dick.
You know what I'm saying? Oh God. Oh, see, now I'm about to go somewhere and cry.
Yeah, that's when dragon's blood becomes a thing.
Dragon's blood, absolutely. Speaking of dragon's blood, hey, have y'all heard of W Energy? I don't know if you have, but W Energy is absolutely positively locked in a partnership with Pantha Politix Network. So if you go to w.gg anywhere on social media, follow their links to go to their website, place an order. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's fire. We'll get to it later. Like we probably talk about it on Pantha Politix. So stay tuned. But yeah, it's all fire, dope energy, no crash. Both of the flavors I tried so far have been absolutely outstanding. So go to W, use code Pantha Politix, all one word, say 10% off your order. It's dope for them. It'll be dope for y'all. And if you do it enough, it'll be dope for us too. So I salute the W. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Man, thank you so much for pulling up, man. I know we both running like chickens with our heads cut off, but you know what I'm saying? You know. It is what it is. We here. Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to my lady, see if her eggs are dropping.
Oh shit. Oh man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Thank you. Make sure y'all check out Book of the Monster Volume 1 out now everywhere. Go buy it on Bandcamp. Son of the Morning by Mojo Barnes out October the 1st. Buy it on Bandcamp. Gravitas out right now. Produced by Drugs Beats by none other than myself, Seven Da Pantha. Buy it on Bandcamp right now. Few and Far Between by Soul the Interrogator, as well as his entire catalog, from what I understand, is now up and available for sale. Go buy it on Bandcamp. Thank you so much for everything, everybody. Thank you to Echo Limitless. Salute to Emerald Beats. One love to W Energy. Once again, Monster Elicit. On behalf of the whole Sound Chamber, West Side, Pantha Politix Network. I am Seven Da Pantha. This is Side Barz. We'll catch y'all next time, family. Peace.
I don't cheese for the cam, niggas. Get smile on the gram, they caught me slipping. I'm that nigga. Right? Fame for the young, just cut the check. Let me rap, nigga. Rap, nigga. Gravitas, now I'm a traveling smack dealer. Get all Jenny Lamb butcher. This is like the confessional of the lyrical career criminal. Success minimal, cause I won't.